Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Dungeon. Last time, we we violated some rules in the dungeon. So, yeah, if you kill more than I have it set to 2, I believe. But by default, if you kill the same boss 4 times in 1 hour in the dungeon, then the Dryad comes and beats you up and instantly kills you. So that happened. I set it to 2. We beat the Overlord boss 3 times, because you can kill it twice, and then the 3rd time is when it happens. So defeat the Overlord. Dryad spawns. Destroys us so badly she crashes the game and permanently makes her max health 2040 instead of what it was supposed to be. So that's a thing. Yeah, no soul recovery for us. Nope, we're just doomed here. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. I barely managed to get a picture of her, and it costs like 2 million EP to get it. So that's cool. Other than that, got Raphael, continued on with... What else did we do? Most of last time was going into the... clearing our way through the dungeon again, getting beat up by the Dryad, and a couple other odds and ends. I think that's about it for recap. Between... We okay, game? Be okay? Cool. Anyways, between episodes, I continued on with the grind. We're at 10.69 million EP, which is 97%. And I do have 18 more of these things. So this... let's see. I want to get... There's the 11 million. What is the requirement here? It's not actually 11 million, it's 10 million and like 900,000 or something weird like that. Might as well use the rest of them. But with that, we now have enough EP to undergo our final evolution into the Overlord. What just happened? Why did all of our Magicules just completely disappear when we evolved? That was weird. Anyways, upon evolution, we acquire Divine Key Release, Cold Nullification, Electricity Nullification, Light Transform, Dark Wisdom, and Dark Soul. Okay, so Dark Wisdom and Dark Soul, those are intrinsics. Dark Wisdom, not Vision. Darkness, Trance... Oh, neither of those are actually intrinsic skills, well, besides Light Transform. So, Dark Wisdom and Dark Soul. Do we have access to... No, still no Disintegration for us. Still need to figure out how to get that. It really probably is just, the whole thing where we need to get a soul... Elemental Lord. A Light Elemental Lord, that's what it's called. Anyways, Dark Soul and Dark Wisdom, they're both actually unique skills, which is pretty cool. We did get Creator last time just to show off anti-skill, and it did not give it its proper showing. Dark Wisdom, Dark Soul. I believe the Discord for this has wikis for what these skill do. That was apparently a hard sentence to say. Dark Soul. Instantly kill weakened enemies and enslave their soul forever at the cost of souls. Or inflict mental trauma on the enemy, it makes them wish they were dead. So that has a toggle, and Dark Wisdom, improve your cognitive skills to learn and master faster. Become able to appraise targets and use analysis to copy skills. Is this like Great Sage then? And allow you to craft, decraft, customize items, or absorb strength from weakened enemies. So is this just Raphael then? It seems like Degenerate mixed with Great Sage. So, Dark Soul and Dark Wisdom already getting mastery points just from turning on that long. Let me go find the wiki for these skills. Okay, so... that was the wrong button. So, Dark Wisdom, we'll go over this one first. So, analysis, it's what you'd expect. It's the same analysis that we have with our... It's the same analysis as Raphael. It is the same analysis as Great Sage. Although it works with unique skills, so that's pretty cool. Analysis, ability activation failed, 50% chance at 100% chance. It will go to 100% when mastered. Although it doesn't really... Although this thing probably doesn't have any skills for us to steal, that's why you're going to keep saying ability activation failed. Cool. Next up, analytical appraisal. Yep, it's analytical appraisal. It's this is the longest range analytical appraisal I think I've seen. That's like 25 blocks or something. So that's like level 3 of that skill. Crafting. It's a crafting on a crafting table with the degenerate synthesis and separation skills. Synthesize. Synthesize requires you to be looking at a spirit or adds a Charybdis core, and it gives you 50% of their EP. Actually, hold on. I still have activated Charybdis cores in here from the previous run. So Degenerate has this same ability, but I can just go like that, gain a chunk of extra EP out of it. Cool stuff. I should have gotten Gravity Manipulation, but maybe I already have it on this run? Oh, I already have Gravity Manipulation. Cool. So, synthesize and separate. Separate, let's see. When used on mobs with an EP below 50%, steal one type of skill. Everything except for uniques. Oh, wait, no. Steal a common or extra skill from something weak enough. So, it is Great Sage mixed with Degenerate, making it pretty much a version of Raphael. Although I skipped like the first line of dialogue about this one because it's the coolest stuff first in this list. So, parallel calculation. That's the same skill that Raphael has where you get a bunch of extra training points for everything you do. In this case, it's plus 100. I think that's the same as Raphael. Like, it is a unique skill with the powers of an ultimate skill, essentially. Where is your... predictive... Oh, no, it gives more mastery points than Raphael. So, that's something. And also, the last little bit of dialogue I skipped about this. True dark, passive toggle, true dark wisdom, 50% chance, 100% chance when mastered, to copy incoming ultimate skills upon receiving damage, with a 6-minute cooldown per copy. So, that's a thing. I cannot showcase that. There is no enemies in this world with an ultimate skill. Like, I don't even think Luminous has it, since Luminous is from the original team, not from any of the add-ons. So yeah, that's a thing. You can copy ultimate skills with this. That is powerful, super powerful. Is this? I don't think this add-on adds any ultimate skills, so that's required with other add-ons to work. But yeah, that's a thing. And that's just unique skill. That's just one of the 2 free unique skills. I didn't even go over the second one yet. Which yeah, let me go look it up real quick. Okay, so I have it pulled up now. So just because it's toggled on and we have it in the slot, we ignore spiritual attack resistance and treat spiritual attack nullification as resistance. So we already have access to that in a couple of different ways with Limitless and with Mathematician. Like those ones also do the same thing. It's just a more it's specifically for spiritual attack where those 2 cover everything, so that part's not actually that strong. After that, if it is in the hotbar, any attack we do gives the opponent spiritual rending. What is it? Soul Drain 3. Let's go back to the Colosseum and just run over to the training dummy real quick. Soul Drain 3 is... Yeah, I need a target that's capable of surviving a hit. Thankfully, I have some Fulgins here, because I am on exactly 499 Fulgin kills. I just need to kill one more... Like literally, I need to kill one more Falmuth Knight for this. There we go, we have Villain, too. Soul Drain 3, it's 10 spiritual HP every second, it looks like. Yeah. So this skill seems to be mostly about just completely annihilating the soul of all your enemies. Cool. Yeah, Einzelgon has that ability, so yeah. Anyways, Destined Death. This is the first of the 2 active skills. Requires at least 10,000 souls to activate. Instantly kills all entities within a 50 block radius with HP below 20% and EP below 20% of our stuff. And sees all of their stuff. Cool. So any mob with less than, let's see, 20% of ours is anything with less than 200 health, I think? And anything with less than, what, like 2 million, 2.5, 3 million EP or something like that. Yeah. So basically anything but the boss is, if I just hold this button for a moment, it will cost an amount of our souls per every mob killed. But, yeah. 21,528. This doesn't have a cooldown. Hold on. 21,528. Oh, we've already mastered it. Ugh, so it is very expensive to use this skill, but every bit of EP that every one of those enemies had goes to us. It's an insta-kill. We get all of their souls that would have, and non-player targets. Souls become imprisoned at that location for 60 seconds. I'm not really sure what that means. So yeah, we're basically ripping the souls out of enemies. 18,903. Yeah, it is very expensive to use this skill, but that is a very long-range insta-kill. Oh, hey, look, a drifting soul. So this is the thing. I'm gonna pause it so I don't run out of time. Naraka Majesty is the next active effect. I don't know what it does. It doesn't actually say here. Um, oh, yeah, never mind. Naraka, it's a little bit weird on here, but Naraka Majesty is the second active amount and has 2 different things on it. So, as a toggle, the souls of fallen subordinates within 50 blocks enter a dormant state for 60 seconds. So, every subordinate we have, if it would die, it summons one of these for 60 seconds. And then with the second ability, requires 1,000 souls to activate, consumes souls equivalent to 1/1000th of target entity's max EP to awaken and enslave all dormant souls within 50 blocks. Each activation drains 20% of the target's max EP, 30-second cooldown removed when mastered. So, Naraka Majesty. Bat has come to life. Giant bat, spider, skeleton, giant bat, zombie, 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 zombie. Cool. So now, I have an army of the undead, with resistance 5 and inspiration. Yeah. So... Hold on. This is gonna be expensive for souls and for whatnot, but I should still have enough when this is done to do this. So, do that, and Rock Majesty. That is very loud, but I now have a tamed Fulgen and a tamed army of undead Falmuth Knights. So this is a thing. Yeah. This is a very powerful skill. Like, especially when paired with a skill like Spearhead, which I also have from killing Fulgens, and I could just steal with Dark Wisdom. Yeah. Yeah, this is a powerful set of skills when paired together. Like, you use Dark Soul to kill. You use Dark Wisdom to steal Spearhead. You use Dark Soul to kill a bunch of stuff. Then you use Destined Death to kill a bunch of stuff. Naraka Majesty to bring them back, and then you kill them again, steal all their skills. Plus, it's an army that you're constantly raising. Yeah, Overlord is right. That is the proper name for this. Oh my, oh my. So, yeah, a very, very powerful set of skills. I might as well try and master Dark Wisdom. It doesn't look like Dark Wisdom gets any extra effects when it's mastered, but I do just kind of want to see it happen, just because. Oh yes, speaking of which, between episodes, Raphael did get mastered as well. Let's go ahead and do BTRUltima name. Last time I named it Freer, and then that has special effects. Does CL have any special effects? Because I believe that's the canon name that Raphael gets. I've been named as CL. I was told, hold on, I was told that there was something, some other name that gets gets special text on it too. I don't remember what it was now, though. And I don't believe I can rename it. I already have a name and cannot be renamed. I was told at one point that there was a different name that had, like, special dialogue on it. Failed. Fallen Lieutenant has died, but you have a chance to save your allies. Soul has fallen into a deep sleep and is waiting for you to wake it up. It will completely dissipate after 1 minute. Okay, so the Rocket Majesty, bring it back. Cool. So, yeah. Raphael is now named, and we can do extra stuff with it. Cool. So, Overlord, very powerful. 2 very, very powerful skills for free. Anyways, I realized something between episodes when it comes to Limitless. The Limitless has this effect, or this ability on it, rather. I need thought communication. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Cool. I must have stolen this from a direwolf or something. Movement behavior. Also more than it's told to stay. Cool. Anyways, Limitless has an ability called Accident. So, what this does is it summons a clone. I expected this to work like the whole Manus effect with the CL, where you summon it, and it just stays put, but any mobs that get too close will die, and then you can have it follow you, and it's just very powerful. In fact, I can summon CL right now, and it will do the same thing, and just run around and just have some fun. Anyways, I expected this skill, Accident, to work exactly the same, but it doesn't. I'm going to take off armor for this, and I'm going to skill toggle everything off real quick. Everything off, including resistances, everything. That turns off Accidents. I need Accident on. Really? I literally tested this last night and it was fine. Let's keep Limitless on and turn off everything else then. Limitless on. Oh, it's just invisible. So, backup body. It's currently invisible. CL is close enough nearby that this target dummy is in constant pain. Cool. So, let's head... Limitless has built-in armor. Why does Limitless have 3 built-in armor? Or is that... No, that's just Limitless. I have nothing else turned on. That's weird. Let's head on over to the SMS spawner, which at this point I really need to just rename to Carrion Spawner. But there's 3 Carrions around here right now. These 3 are just gonna have some fun beating me up for a moment. Ow! Come on, you can do it. And Accident activates. I completely misunderstood what that skill was doing. I assumed it was a body double style of clone, when in fact it is a... which one is it? There is a different skill in here. Unyielding? Is it Unyielding? Yes, Unyielding has a backup immobile body with all of your EP and no skill where the user is. When activated, transfer the Saudi soul. When you would die, they return to the backup body. So that's how this skill works. So we have CL for a clone that can just do some damage, and we have Limitless for a clone that brings us back to life, basically. I didn't actually register what could be going on with that skill until just last night when I was doing prep work. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful skill ability, too. Like, just saying no to dying is always nice. Why do I keep losing all my EP when I turn on my skills? Engorger gets turned off. I can't toggle it off because we're in sleep mode. But cool, we now have that. Limitless is powerful. All of the unique skills that you get for being an Overlord are also very, very powerful. Danger Sense also gets turned off. That's cool. Oh wait, I have to turn off Hidden Roller as well. There it is. My nose won't stop itching. Okay, there we go. So now, after taking a look at Overlord evolution and those very cool skills, we now have CL. I think it's just time to start looking at ultimate skills and evolving via Demon Lord evolution. Before we do Demon Lord evolution and end up spending like millions and millions of MP, let's do this. BTR alteration, we can do this now. Analyst, we don't have. Commander, we have, but whatever. Creator, I believe when you alteration, you do not have what's needed to evolve. I need to master creator for that. And I believe that just permanently gives you anti-skill. I think that's what happened last time. Dreamer, we don't have. Engorger, we have, but it's not mastered. Gluttony, Merciless. You don't have what's needed to evolve. Do you need to master Merciless too? I thought you just needed to master Gluttony for this skill. See, Ultimates, Beelzebub. Master Gluttony. I guess you do have to master Merciless too. I thought it was just one or the other. Okay, so I guess I'll get to work on mastering this real quick. Do I want to do this legitimately? Oh, I'm holding the wrong button. Oh, we have total... Interesting. We now have total chant annulment on all skills, not just the ones that we have mastered. Soul Steal, Soul Consume. How does Merciless work? Does it need to actually get kills and there's nothing in range to get kills? Is that what's happening? Oh, you've come closer to mastering it. So 13,841. I forget, does this give you like a bunch of extra souls when you kill something with it? I don't remember. Anyways, it's time to do ultimate skills and whatnot. As soon as I do Demon Lord evolution, I believe it will automatically do some of them, and that's going to end up costing a whole bunch of our MP, so I would rather to do whatever I can right now via alteration, which is free. So Merciless is going to be mastered in just a moment. There we go, mastered Merciless. Oh, yeah, there was obviously stuff inside of... I forgot I needed to clear that out first. Oh well, slight mistake. Gluttony had a whole bunch of nonsense in it, as usual. So we now have Beelzebub, losing Merciless and all that stuff. Beelzebub is just a very nice ability. No EP spent. What else do we have right now that we might be able to do this with? Gluttony, we already did. Hidden Roller is not mastered. Martial Master is not mastered, but I think we have it. Melancholy we don't have. We have Reaper, but not mastered. Researcher's not mastered. Actually, it's weird that you can do Alteration for Researcher, but to do it, you need to master Researcher and already just instantly get Godly Craftsman, so it's weird it's there. Already have Infinite Regen, Sephiroth, Sloth. So there's not actually anything here we can do. None of our current ultimate skill, or none of the unique skills we have can be turned into ultimate skills, at least via that. Death Angel, we already saw the unique skill for. Let's see, Death Angel becomes Azrael. We already saw that one. We already saw True Hero, Beelzebub, Velgrind and Veldora, Azazel. So yeah, the only BTR ultimate skill we haven't seen the unique skill for is Villain, which we're going to start training in a moment. And I believe we've seen a version, at least, of all of these besides maybe Antithesis. I don't remember seeing that one. Let's see. Victorious Harbinger. That's a new one. Which one of these are new ones that I haven't seen? I mean, I don't think there's many new ultimate skills from the last time we played. Like, we've seen lots of what's available. At least as far as the wiki stuff goes. There is some other cool stuff we want to take a look at via commands. So there's that. I guess I just want to see Villain's ultimate skill at this point. And since it's just a villain that we can do, and it's not going to happen immediately anyways, let's become a Demon Lord. What on earth happens? Every time I evolve, it does that, or every time I turn on and off skills. Anyways, we instantly double everything. Let's see. Gluttony is now available to learn about 30 times. No idea what that happened. Darkness attack, corrosion. Basically, we gain a whole bunch of nullifications that we were missing. Cold, corrosion, darkness, our darkness, disease, earth attack. I mean, we did already have a bunch of nullifications already because I stole them. As usual, magic resistance and holy resistance are the only ones we don't have. It's not like we are in danger of bosses that can't turn off our resistances anyways. That's as typical. Oops. Anyways, villain. We just need to master this skill and evolve it into its ultimate form, and I think that's it as far as the legitimate ones we want to do. So let's just start into it. Villain, it gives you extra EP gain, and every time you would die from magical poisoning, you instantly become a Majin. That's important for if you're trying to do Demon Lord evolution, and for gaining extra EP. Cool. Demon Lord's Hockey, it's essentially equivalent to the other Demon Lord's Hockey we have. 5-second cooldown, it does that effect. I think it works exactly the same, actually. I don't even think it's a stronger version. Villain Intimidation. The player and their allies have a 50% critical hit rate and a 25% dodge chance. So, pairing this skill up with our new Overlord skills actually works pretty well. You tame everything, and everything is very good at fighting. Let's see, that's just a passive, it looks like. Villain's Charisma. When activated, all passive and neutral mobs will be treated as the player's allies. Oh, Chosen One has a similar effect, where it will basically just auto-tame a bunch of stuff around you for a limited time. Cool. So, I didn't realize that the goblins could randomly get backpacks. That's interesting. Or did you pick this up off the ground and after killing a mob with it? I don't know. You can keep this, friend. And you could just go on your merry way. Go on. So, Villain, it actually has a lot of very similar effects to True Hero, or Chosen One, rather. Villain's Intimidation, Villain's Charisma. A very, very similar skill set. It's where Chosen One is a hero, Villain is a villain. It's exactly the same thing, just two sides of the same coin. Anyways, I should be able to master this very quickly just by holding these buttons down. Yeah, we have like 300 extra training points or something like that for everything we do. It's super, super simple to train up. Now, Villain is mastered. Let's go ahead and do BTRUltima Alteration. I forgot it's not added in, apparently. So, as soon as I gain any EP, it should automatically happen, right? What else do you need for ultimate skill? Mastered Villain, Awaken, have 30,000 souls, consume 5 greed shards. Okay, so... Whoops. What's the fastest way to get a bunch of souls? And greed shards, we got accidentally because every time you kill a villager, it has a chance to drop one of the random shards. Plus, we could just buy greed shards if we wanted to. They seem pretty cheap. What is the... I think we get extra souls now from one of our random skills, but what's the fastest way to go soul grinding? Carrying gives like 40 souls every time you kill him. I know there's at least one skill we have that gives extra souls when you kill something. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Do I just want to cheat myself 30,000 souls, or am I going grinding? I don't know. I'll work on it. I know I've got to have something to make this easier. Okay, so I think I found a solution to the whole soul thing. Currently, we're still sitting at 4,000, so obviously I haven't done it yet. Also, I'm gonna give myself the Sun Song sheet music. We have a bunch of the other ones. Like, I think Sun Song's the only one we don't have. And I don't think I can get it legitimately, because you're supposed to find this thing in a desert temple, and we have better desert temples in, which changes all of the loot tables in there. So there's no way to get that legitimately. So I'm just going to do that, and it wanted it because I flew around to a whole bunch of graveyards to grab the grave soil, grab grave soil, so that I could start spawning ghosts and start getting ectoplasm. What song am I on? Zelda's Lullaby, Song of Storms, Sun Song. Also, for some reason, the cool music bit is broken now. We can no longer actually hear the songs playing, which makes me actually really sad. At least we now have that. Slight cheating, but to fix something that's broken. Anyways, I needed all of this ectoplasm so that I could go ahead and spend it and 64 things in order to get Spiritualist. Here it is. 64 ectoplasm and 64 phantom membrane gets a Spiritualist. This is a skill I tested out at the very end of the last series because it was brand new back then. But essentially, this gives us like Scrim Reaper style abilities and gives us the ability to gather a whole bunch of extra souls. The souls of the world flock to you. You can both see and commune with the dead through your knowledge of the occult, harvest souls to use them to empower attacks. Chant reduction is nice. That's cool. Chant annulment, Spiritfarer. Ooh, it has defensive effects while in passive. I didn't realize that. Halves all magical consumption. Oh, that's all cool. Harvester. Gain souls even if you're not a Magin. I guess that part is cool and needed for a couple of skills. But we're really here for the Ritual Scythe, which harvests souls based on how much damage it does. And the more it's mastered, the stronger it gets and the more you can use it, obviously. So, Ritual Scythe. This has changed. Actually, this is not how the skill used to work, is it? No souls taken from you. 4246. Okay, it's not taking souls from them either. I'm not gonna hurt our dragon friend here. 42... summon Ritual Scythe. 42... It's still only giving 2 there? Wait, no, Summon Scythe is not what I'm after, is it? I'm looking for Harvester, and then Carve. Spin your Ritual Scythe to harvest souls in a small radius. Okay, that's cool. Summon Scythe, Carve, Enhance. Enhance cost things to give it. We want Carve. 4263. 4263. Need to go find some targets. For instance, Carrion. 4263. That was the wrong Carrion. We need SMS spawner. I wasn't really expecting. I did not realize I needed 30,000 souls for this part. Otherwise, I would have gathered a whole lot more extra of these. But this should help out. 4263. Come on, spawn a Carrion for me, please. My zombies are getting hurt somewheres. Come on. It has a cooldown even if it doesn't hit anything. Got it. 4263. 1 second. And 4270. So that's not great. I suppose it technically was an extra 5, which for carrions like 1. Every 8 carrions is basically killing 1 extra carrion, essentially. If you get 5 extra, he gives 40, so... 5... That time it gave 14. 4333. Can you stop it? Can you stop this? Yeah, so it's giving extra souls, but I think what I need to have is like I have a whole group of things spawn in to hit it with. So let's just head out to some random thing. This is probably a random... No, apparently I chose one of the only ones that wasn't just like a random graveyard I went to. Anyways, you can go in there now. I need a Fulgen spawn egg. There they are. 4388. 43. Okay, so apparently souls are affected by the whole spawner thing too. And since the Falmouth Knights aren't technically like their own spawned in things, they're summons from something else, I guess they don't count either. So got it, I should be fighting... I guess what I should be doing is grabbing a bunch of Hinata spawn eggs. Is Hinata going to be my best soul gathering thing, maybe? I don't know. I can only summon so many of her because of how expensive her spawn egg is. So, what's the strongest Otherworlder that isn't Hinata? 4615. 4615. You just didn't take any damage and thus didn't give me any extra souls. 46. This is going to be annoying. It's basically fighting a million Otherworlders because they seem to have the most. 46. Charybdis. Once again, I forget, Charybdis is just chock full of souls. Like, it has so much EP, it is always going to give, like, a million souls. Just fight Charybdis. I already have 3 ready to go. I can just summon more of them. Actually, let's try the carve on Charybdis. I should be immune to this, but just in case, let's get Limitless in the bar. I should have immunity from magic jamming. Limitless might actually have it, but I know Raphael does. Come on. 4705 is what we're currently at. Eventually, this will summon the giant flying fish. 4719. That gave 18 or so? I don't actually know how much that gave. 4719. Come on. 47... Okay, it gives 14 whenever I hit Charybdis with this. Cool. Ruler of the Sky. Yeah, just beat a bunch of Charybdises. That's where we're going to get the vast majority of our souls then. Cool. That is... There we go. And where is my Dark Wisdom thing? Dark Wisdom. Synthesize. There we go. So, I guess I'm doing Charybdis hunting, and we're going to have to keep gathering souls. It's not that expensive. Fighting Charybdis 100 times is not hard. And I guess going out of my way for the carve thing wasn't really necessary. I can use this on cooldown and just get a couple extra souls from whatever I'm around, but for the most part, I'm just going to keep farming Charybdises, and I'm going to assume that just like with the Falmouth soldiers, the Megalodons aren't going to give anything extra either. But anyways, since I'm once more in grind mode, probably the final grind of the series, and this time it's souls, which is interesting turn of events, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. No idea how many souls that just gave me. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I didn't actually... I was hoping to get a carve off on those two just for a little extra and just wasn't fast enough. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Star-Filled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you 3 so much for the extra support. So for real now, take care, everybody.